XRP is holding on to its price action. It's right now at 0.62, even though Bitcoin has slowed down, even though Ether has broken to the downside from its micro support. Why is that so? And what can we anticipate in next 2, 3, 4 days, right? So the short-term narrative is going to be clear here. Yes, it is testing the resistance, but based on the odds of what's happening in the market, it is kind of clear that higher odds or the probability is to one direction. And if you do look at the macro and the current affairs of crypto, you can read between the lines. It's actually easy. When you do look at the news, all of this as it goes in front of you, it kind of gives you a clear idea of where we are going in terms of the macroeconomics, where we are going in terms of the entire crypto market. Welcome to the scientific investor family, where the normal, the retail guys get to learn how to become the next top 10% of this world. We've been busy going through the market, looking at which one is looking good, which one doesn't look good, which one is showing you a red flag. That's important at this point, because if Bitcoin is showing you it's about to push lower, then a lot of altcoins which shows you a red flag right now, at the same time you do have other assets showing we are strong. So even if Bitcoin drops, we may not drop too much, and XRP falls into that category. Ether already started the drop, however XRP did not. So if you do look at this, you can talk this into the 1, 2, 3 scenario. You just have to zoom a little bit in, include a little bit more volatility, and the price action gives you an idea of, yeah, most likely I'm doing this 1, 2, 3, after which we can look for an ABC, which is okay, which is great. That's how you start the next run up. But remember, when you do clear all of this, zooming all the way in to the 4-hour chart of XRP, this trend line which you can see is valid. You're not breaking that to the downside. So until that is not broken to the downside, you can argue that we are making a micro trend where we are putting in higher highs. Remember, this high is the swing high. So if you don't breach 0.64, you're still below this. But if we do breach that and close, chances are the wave 3 day is going to be like this. This is the micro wave. So while we consider this 1, 2, 3, this can go up to 0.7. That is exactly where our video few days back, when the price was still close to 0.4, comes into the picture. We were clear about what we were looking at. And right now the price action is showing you just that. Look at Bitcoin. We talked about the possibility of the price slowing down when it was 68. And right now the price is 65. Short-term chart, the same 4-hour chart for Bitcoin, gives you the idea that the micro level of support is where we are right now. We can actually watch that this zone of price action has attracted buyers previously on a micro level though. Because when you take a step back and look at the entire movement here, you kind of start to see, okay, we slowed down a bit. There was some people selling out here, then there were more people starting to sell. So if the market would like to make a trap, it may do something like this. That's a head and shoulder pattern. So then you may come back down. Okay, that if you do see the head and shoulder, it won't be the 60, it would be the 59 to 58,500 as the bottom, because your long wick lows of Bitcoin is in this range. It starts at 58, and that range is going to be the key factor, because you have not yet broken this to the upside. If you do, yeah, the story changes. Now, instead of looking at 56, you are looking at your measured move. However, till that point, until you get to see a breakout and a candle close on the daily, you are still looking for this kind of a trap and a reversal down on the micro. But as soon as you see a fluctuation there, now things are changing. What is it? You are almost going to watch something like this. So on the micro, yes, it may print you a head and shoulder, but on a medium term, it can print you inverse head and shoulder, which is bullish. So while you do look at the market for XRP, understand, even if this is choppy at this resistance of 0.58 to 0.62 and stay there for some time, it's okay. When Bitcoin breaks higher, this will join. So on the micro, we put the argument that this can slow down. But does that mean bad for a medium-term outlook? It doesn't, because we have seen these kind of moves. We have seen these kind of moves repeatedly in XRP. So if that's the case here, we'll be choppy, we'll remain here, and then break. So let's see how high this goes. Maybe 0.9, maybe 0.7, maybe $1 or above. If you do see a break above 0.9, yeah, the downside narrative, any that kind of thing is done, you're going further high. Now, why would such a thing happen? Because if you agree on this perspective, which is in front of you, saying the Democrat candidate now is talking against crypto, which is, Bitcoin is for criminals. And I'm like, it doesn't sound good. She's not going to attract young voters who have a basic financial education, and if they're involved in crypto, don't even think about that. And when they actually give you the idea, they'll not be participating in this conference, while President Trump does. That's a big change. Now, yes, this is a voting season. They're trying to garner as much as votes as possible. But still, the narrative of I'm standing against crypto and the narrative of I'm standing with crypto is a huge difference. So President Trump talking about I'm going to stand with crypto and make in America, made in America, Bitcoin mining, made in America. If that's the narrative, which companies do you recognize as best possible crypto companies which originated from US? You have Ripple and the XRP ledger, you have Stellar, you have Hedra, Hashgraph. So these are three payment tokens which are made in America, and most likely as soon as this guy steps in, they're going to get a lot of green signals. And that can be one of the primary reasons why I think the SEC current chair can be kicked out, or he may resign himself. So the root of news does matter here, because we are nearing that election season, and they may actually start giving you a lot more in terms of offers why you should vote for me, right? But here I think this is a complete no from one side, and the other side is opening up. That does mean you're going to see a lot of capital. Then you see giants, the billionaires, coming out and talking about Bitcoin and crypto as a payment method. So though they actually do see capital flow into the market, so they can use the new purchasing power, the newly found wealth, to use for them, which again attracts more customers. So the businesses are starting to see that, because if you look at the Ether ETF, it surpasses 1 billion again in this day 2. So it's coming like, okay, big money is coming in. It's not $1 billion a day is not retail. I can assure you that. There's a lot of institutions involved. And that is one of the reasons why you see the price going down. Most likely, they all bought here at the bottom, and they want all the retail out. They are pushing the fear and panic in. By the time it reaches this support, they'll buy back, and the price would actually go back up. So as we were talking about, this is most likely what's going to happen. If that's so, when Bitcoin reaches its local bottom there, Ether should also be at the local bottom. So we kind of get like a clear idea of which one is pushing to the other side. So with that being said, if you are looking through the market and if you're confused and you want updates on almost all the currencies in your portfolio, look at the scientific investor family. The link is in the description below, where you can access all these posts. And we're going through a ask for TA session, and you can also ask whichever assets you want to see on the micro, on the macro, on the medium term, on the short term, and make an informed, well-informed decision for your portfolio. So guys, if you haven't smashed that like button yet, I request you, smash that one for me. I'll meet you in the next video. Bye for now.